Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be. It's amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. I think if it is true that there are as many minds as there are heads, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow, but this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. If, then, I were asked for the most important advice I could give, that which I considered to be the most useful to the men of our century, I would simply say, in the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. If you want to be happy, be. Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. We lost because we told ourselves we lost. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. It's not given to people to judge what's right or wrong. People have eternally been mistaken and will be mistaken, and in nothing more than in what they consider right and wrong. What counts in making a happy marriage is not so much how compatible you are, but how you deal with incompatibility. Love those you hate you. Everything I know because of love. A man is like a fraction whose numerator is what he is and whose denominator is what he thinks of himself. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. All the diversity, all the charm, and all the beauty of life are made up of light and shade. Because of the self-confidence with which he had spoken, no one could tell whether what he said was very clever or very stupid. Every lie is a poison. There are no harmless lies. Only the truth is safe. Only the truth gives me consolation. It is the one unbreakable diamond. To get rid of an enemy, one must love him. Man cannot possess anything as long as he fears death, but to him who does not fear it, everything belongs. If there was no suffering, man would not know his limits, would not know himself. I'm like a starving man who has been given food. Maybe he's cold and his clothes are torn and he's ashamed, but he's not unhappy. How can one be well when one suffers morally. Every heart has its own skeletons. Everything intelligent is so boring. Music is the shorthand of emotion. If you make it a habit not to blame others, you will feel the growth of the ability to love in your soul, and you will see the growth of goodness in your life.